Namaskar and a very good morning to everyone. Honorable Chancellor, Assam Downtown University, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Assam Downtown University, respected Dean of Studies, trustees of Downtown Charity Trust, members of Academic Council and Governing Body of Assam Downtown University, officers of Assam Downtown University, faculties, students, and all those watching us live as we celebrate the 12th Foundation Day of Assam Downtown University. We'd like to begin our today's program with the hoisting of Assam Downtown University flag along with the University Anthem. The Honorable Vice Chancellor of Assam Downtown University and Honorable Dean of Studies of Assam Downtown University are requested to kindly hoist the University flag.
স্বাস্থ্য সেৱাৰ গৱেষণা সৃষ্টি আৰু প্ৰতিভাৰ যাত্ৰা উচ্চ সেউজীয়াৰ বুকুত জ্ঞানৰ বন্তি জ্বলে উজ্বলি উঠক তাৰে জ্যোতি গতিশীল হৈ ৰওক বিশ্বব্যাপী ये मरुद्यान है सत्यता की निर्मल वस्तु की हरियाली में हम अपनी महिमा से अनुकूलता के साथ रंगते हैं. It's an oasis in reality in the serene canvas of greenery. We auspiciously color our glory. Downtown University, Downtown University, Downtown University.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. May I now request Professor Dr. B.K.D., Dean, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Assam Downtown University, and Chairman, Organizing Committee 12th Foundation Day of Assam Downtown University, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Hello everyone. A very good morning to one and all. I feel exceedingly happy in sharing this auspicious moment of 12th Foundation Day celebration of Assam Downtown University with all of you. In the year 2010, on this day, Assam Downtown University has started its journey with the strong determination of providing quality education to the society. The journey been really full of excitement. Difficulties were turned into opportunities. Motivation to excel in academics and in research has always been percolated from the top to all the family members of Assam Downtown University. We know there's still miles to go, and Assam Downtown University is committed to continue its participation and contribution to the academics, research and overall growth of not only the state of Assam but of the country. Well, because of these recent pandemics, we couldn't celebrate offline, but I am sure that you all are going to enjoy the online celebration of 12th Foundation Day of Assam Downtown University. I heartily welcome all the students, guardians, and all the family members of Assam Downtown family, and also would like to thank to CARE for joining us on board to participate in the celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Assam Downtown University, Professor Dr. N.C. Talukdar, sir, to kindly deliver his address to the university fraternity.
Namaskar and greetings of the 12th Foundation Day of Assam Downtown University. On this auspicious day, I congratulate each and every one of this university and also convey my best wishes. I also take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the management, particularly Chancellor Dr. Anand Datta, who had a dream about 11 years ago to start the academic institutions in the northeastern region of the country to play a very important and meaningful role in education sector of the region and the country. This particular day is a time for each one of us to reflect back what we have accomplished in the past, particularly the last year, and what we plan to do to grow better and bigger with quality in the coming years. Although last 1 year, almost 1.5 years has been a time where we had to spend more time indoor because of this COVID pandemic, but yet university continues to make progress through digital technology. We conducted all the courses, held examination very successfully.
তোমাৰ পডিয়ামটো ল'ম হেপিটো ল'ম তোমাৰ হেপিটো ল'ম
Anto sir, hey, the people who the representative from Bhutan, have you ever provided the track?
No, Bhutan, no. Just invite them.
Okay, you'll just be singing. There's no track, no? Okay, just one second. Sir, हाँ, वो सब एक साथ करना, अलग अलग और वो लाइन में खड़ा रहना, बीच में थोड़ा गैप
Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, Dean of Studies Ma'am, Trustee, Downtown Charity Trust, Chairpersons, Dean, various faculties of studies, all the esteemed members of AdtU, my colleagues, members from the press, and dear students. I am Ms. Pranani Chakrabarti, Assistant Professor, Faculty of Commerce and Management, feel honored to welcome everyone to the celebration of 13th Foundation Day of Assam Downtown University. We would like to inaugurate this auspicious occasion with the hosting of the university flag. I would like to request our Honorable
ज्ञान विज्ञान प्रजुक्ति विज्ञान स्वास्थ्य सेवा Shri Shri Aruti Parishatra Sapilji Aribu Yarare Bandi Chale Aju Ujoli Utho Tari Juti Vishwari Nirmaru Tari Satyapati Nirmala Vastuti Hari Hari Amratari Mahima Se Anupurata Kesa Radhati Hai It's a oasis in reality in the serene canvas of greenery we auspicious land. Glory, downtown university, downtown university, downtown university.
thank
Serially যাব মানে output
No, serially Serially যাব. Them lighting up passport. Pranami. What a relax. What a one head work. কেনেকে কম কৰো মানে যদি কিবা ফিল্মি হৈ যায় মাছো ন তো ইমান বছৰ কৰিলে কৰি আছিলো ক'ত থাকিব মই কেনেকে বিচাৰা থাকিম টেনশ্যন হৈ আছে এনেকুৱা চেঞ্জ হৈছে আকৌ আহিলে নহয় খালি ডাইৰেক্ট বহাব লাগে ফেলিচিটেশ্যন হ'ব ডাইৰেক্ট নবহাও ডাইৰেক্ট কাকো নালাগে
এছপাৰ গৈ থাকা শুনা এছপাৰ গৈ থাকিলে হ'ল এজেণ্ডাখন আছে না তোমাৰ এজেণ্ডাখন লিখো ঠিক আছে এই ডাইচটো গুচাই দিলে হ'ল
প্ৰাইচটো গুচাই দিওঁ
ডাইচ ক'ত গ'ল
ডাইচ আছে
এইটো গুচাই দিলে আৰু এইটো মতে গৈ থাকিব
প্ৰণামী মোৰ এইটো নাই মানুহ যদি কিবা স্পিচ আছে কাৰোবাৰ যদি কাৰোবাৰ যদি স্পিচ আছে মানুহ দেখা নাই এবাৰ সুধি ল'বা হা কনফাৰ্ম কৰি ল'ম মানে তোমালোকে গৈ থাকিব A very warm good morning to all present here, and it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all at the 13th Foundation of Assam Downtown University. I, Ms. Happy Bargeri, Assistant Professor, Program of Psychology, on behalf of the organizing committee, extend my heartfelt and sincere welcome to all of you. To our Honorable Chancellor Sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Dean of Studies Ma'am, Founder Vice Chancellor, Trustee Member our Datta Sir, Trustee Member of Downtown Charity Trust, Dean of various Faculty of Studies, Registrar, Controller of Exam, all the esteemed members of AdtU, invited guests, my colleagues and dear students. At the very outset of the program, I would like to share a few lines about our university. Assam Downtown University was inaugurated on 17 September 2010 with a vision to strive for excellence in teaching, learning, research and outreach programs. The university synchronizes creativity for sustainable, nurturing and academic and professional leadership that successfully reaches out in a spirit of openness, inclusiveness and service to the society. This institution does not only produce highly academically qualified individuals, but people with the overall development and growth. This is true what education is all about. Assam Downtown University boasts of being able to nurture students not only from India, but also from foreign countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Nigeria, and South Korea. On this auspicious occasion, we would like to present the national anthem of the nations. And I request everyone present here to rise up for the national anthem. May I request the student representative of India to come to the dais and present the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्तर गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक भारत माता विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Now I would request the students of Bangladesh to come to the dais and present the national anthem. Now I would request students of Bhutan to come over to the stage and present the national anthem. Now I would request the students of Nepal to come over to the dais and present the national anthem. Now I would request the students of Nigeria to come over to the dais and present the national anthem.
Arise, O patrons, Nigeria's golden to serve Madagascar with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes shall never be shall we have and fight for nation value, freedom, peace and unity.
Now I would request the students of South Korea to come to the dais and present the national anthem. Thank you, students, for your wonderful performance. Now I request everyone to be seated. Now we will have our auspicious lamp lighting ceremony. I request the dignitaries, Honorable Chancellor Sir, Vice Chancellor Sir, Dean of Studies Ma'am, kindly proceed for the lamp lighting accompanied by the Dispur Sir, Chairperson of the Organizing Committee, Dr. Seema Sharma Ma'am, and I also request Tanisha Burman, student of BA 3rd SEM Performing Arts, to come to the dais and recite the Saraswati Vandana.
या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रावृता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा श्वेतपद्मासना या ब्रह्माच्युतशङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः देवैः सदा वन्दिता क्षमा पातु सरस्वती भगवती शेषजाड्यापहा ब्रह्म विचारसार परमा आज्ञाचरोद्यासिनी वीणा पुस्तकधारिणी अभयदा हस्ते स्फटिकमालिकां विदधति पद्मासने संस्थिता वन्दे तां परमेश्वरी भगवती प्रदां शरणं
Thank you, sir and ma'am, and thank you, Tanisha Burman. Now I would like to request our chairperson of the organizing committee, Dr. Seema Sharma ma'am, to felicitate our founder vice chancellor, Dr. Nandita Chaudhary ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now the next program is a Borgit, which will be presented by Ms. Nivedita Baishya, Assistant Professor of Performing Arts. accompanied by Miss Dipjuti Taran, Assistant Professor. Now the next program is a Borgit, which is presented by Miss Nivedita Bashya, Assistant Professor of Performing Arts, accompanied by Mr. Dipjuti Taran, Assistant Professor of Performing Arts. Thank you, Nivedita and Dipchuti, for your melodious performance. Now I would like to request our chief guest, Honorable Professor Nani Gopal Mahanta sir, Honorable Chancellor sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, and Dean of Studies ma'am to come over to the dais and take their seat.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We feel privileged to have Professor Nani Gopal Mahanta sir amongst us today as the chief guest on this auspicious occasion. Professor Nani Gopal Mahanta is the head of the department, Political Science and Director, Center for Northeast Asia, Guwahati University, Assam, India. He is presently on deputation to the government of Assam as the education advisor. Studying in JNU, Professor Mahanta was a Rotary World Peace Fellow in the University of California from 2002 to 2004. Professor Mahanta was given the ERDF Award for Excellence 2009 for creating public awareness for civic and social rights and responsibilities, and also received NAPNI Award 2021. Some of the departments where Professor Mahanta rendered his consultancy and advisory services include the Department of Education, Government of Assam, SEBA, Tata Institute of Social Science, etc. Professor Mahanta delivered invited lectures at various prestigious world forums. Some of these includes First Rotary International World Peace Symposium at Chicago, USA in June 2007, Second World Peace Symposium at UK in September 2008, Rotary International World Peace Symposium held at Bangkok, Thailand, May 2013. He was the president of Northeast India Political Science Association for the last 5 years. Now, I'd like to request our Honorable Chancellor, Sir, to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Nanigopal Mahanta, sir. Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Seema Sharma, Chairperson of the Organizing Committee, to deliver the welcome speech.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Chancellor, sir, Vice Chancellor, sir, Dean of Studies, ma'am, trustee members, Downtown Charity Trust, chairpersons, deans of various faculties of studies, registrar, controller of examination, all the invited guests, faculty members, and my dear students, and our guest of honor, Professor Nanigopal Mahanta. I, Dr. Seema Sharma, welcome everyone to this auspicious occasion of the 13th Foundation Day of Assam Downtown University. Assam Downtown University was established in the year 2010 with the aim of catering the needs of higher education in Northeast India. Now I feel proud to say that today Assam Downtown University stands tall with students not only from Northeast but also across India and from foreign countries like Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Nigeria, and South Korea. Today, on this prestigious occasion, I take the honor of inviting everyone to celebrate and make this event honored and thankful to Professor Nanigopal Mahanta sir for accepting our invitation and grace the occasion with his valuable time. Thank you, and I welcome everyone once again. Long live Assam Downtown University. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. As we know today, we have among us our chief guest, Professor Nanigopal Mahanta sir. I request sir to enlighten us with his precious words. Sir, please.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable Chancellor Dr. N. Doctor, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. N.C. Talukder, Honorable Dean of Studies Professor Bandana Datta, esteemed guest, my beloved faculty members, and dear student friends. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate all the office bearers, teaching and non-teaching faculty, and more particularly, the students of Downtown University for having completed glorious 13 years. Today is your 13th Foundation Day. I congratulate all the people, teaching, non-teaching faculty as well as students, for your enormous contribution for expansion of this university. Within a very short span of time, I'm really impressed by your very nice panoramic view, and particularly the campus that you have. And I fondly remember our Dr. N.N. Doctor, whom I respect a lot since my days of association with Rotary. I remember those days when respected N.N. Doctor Sir was president of Rotary Club South, if I remember. Which club, sir? Guwahati. And at that point of time, I applied to the scholarship of Rotary World Peace Fellow at the University of California, and I got selected. And thanks to your guardianship, your directions, and I fondly remember those days. And I remember you, sir, not only as a famous physician, but also I think you will be remembered, and you are remembered as one of the entrepreneurs who have had contributed to the establishment of a very befitting health sector in this state, but also growth of education sector in this state, for which we shall remain beholden to you. Well, today is your Foundation Day. So as an academician and as a teacher, well, I have been teaching in Guwahati University for more than 25 years, and I'm also associated with a lot of administrative as well as research areas of social science in general and political science in particular. Of late, for last about 10 years, I have been trying to concentrate my focus on Southeast Asia. As you know, with the launching of AdtU policy. AdtU policy is not just about connecting with Southeast Asian nations only in terms of trade and commerce. It is also about connecting with people-to-people contact. It is also about what we call threat-free diplomacy, that we initiate our relationship with the people living across our borders, particularly Northeast is perhaps the only region in the country that are having more than 98% of its border with Southeast Asian and South Asian countries. In fact, we are surrounded by Himalayan nations like Nepal and Bhutan. We are surrounded by China and other South Asian nations like Bangladesh and Southeast Asian nations like Myanmar, Thailand, and other countries. Well, with these words, today I would like to greet you on this very important day. We are at the threshold of a new education policy. All of us know that Government of India, after a long gap, has introduced a new education policy, which is known as the new education policy of 2020, and Government of India has already adopted it. And I would like to inform you that Government of Assam has already, we have published a model curriculum framework as well as the model UG and PG framework, how to implement NEP in the days to come. All of us know that NEP is a paradigmatic shift. Why it is a paradigmatic shift? Precisely because the so-called compartmentalization that we had about the science, arts, and commerce background, all these compartmentalization is more or less minimized. Having said, it doesn't necessarily mean that we shall have no longer specialization in science graduate, commerce graduate, or arts graduate. But what we are trying to actualize is that, as a human being, we do not necessarily, operate our lives only as a science graduate or as an arts graduate or as a commerce graduate. In fact, this is the age of post-globalization. In this age of post-globalization, what happens is that you need to be creative, you need to think out of box. And as a result, what happens is that you need specialization of various branches. Now, how this aim of a composite human being, what our new education policy talks about, a composite human being, a holistic human being will be created by new education policy. As you know, we have introduced a new system called 5+3+3+4. In last 4 segment, I do not want to elaborate about 5+3+3. Let me focus on the last 4 segment, that is 9, 10, 11, 12. Generally, what happens in 9, 10, 11, 12? Generally, a student tries to specialize either in arts, science, or commerce background. But in 9, 10, and 11, and 12, we shall provide a certain compulsory subjects like, foundation course of Indian Constitution, gender laws, environmental laws, basic statistics, etc. Then we shall have a subject of English, we shall have MIL, and we shall have the option of selecting various subjects from a basket of subjects that will be offered to the students. For example, a student in addition to English, MIL, may have biology or mathematics or any other branches of science. At the same time, a student may have biology along with music, or students may have physics and, let us say, political science. So therefore, in 11, 12, the basic compartmentalization of science, arts, and commerce will be done away with. But nevertheless, if some students would like to focus on, say, science, then that students may, of course, take his or subjects from science stream. Or someone may want to specialize only in commerce background. That student may take subjects from all commerce background. And in undergraduate and in PG, it will be 4+1. How this entire undergraduate and PG will be structured, I would just like to give a brief scheme. In undergraduate, in the first year, there shall be a subject where a student may opt for as a major subject. Then secondly, there will be a minor subject. Then thirdly, there will be vocational subject. Vocational of any subject that institute might offer. Then fourthly, there could be a foundational course where basic ingredients of Indian Constitution, gender laws, environmental laws, basic statistics, etc. will be imparted to students. And another subject will be empirical subject. That is, the students will have to go for internship or will have to be engaged in some kind of community work. So this is how the first year will be structured. And if any students wants to say a girl gets married after the completion of the first year, then the girl will go with a certificate course, a certificate degree, and her mark will be added to the what is known as ABC, Academic Bank of Credit. So once she completes the certificate, if she decides that she would take a break for about 2 years, she can take that break, and again she can come back after 2 years. And after the completion of the second year, a student will get a diploma certificate. After the completion of the third year, a student will get degree certificate. And if he or she continues, the fourth year will be more specialization. In fact, from the third year, the student will march ahead towards his or her specialization subject. So therefore, new education policy in the first 2 years tries to give a broad-based education. Broad-based education, what was known in our Indian history as 64 kolas. If you remember, Sri Krishna was taught 64 kolas by Sandipani Muni. On every day, Krishna used to learn one skill, maybe of warfare, maybe of music, maybe of engineering, maybe on humanitarian laws, etc. That's how Krishna was given 64 kolas. Now, this new education policy also tries to imbibe a scheme through which a student should be empowered with certain basic skills of our society. This new education policy says that education has got 4 important objectives. What are those 4 important objectives of education? According to this NEP, education is to know, education is to do, education is to be, and education is to live together. What is education is to know? Whatever you try to understand, you must know the subject. You must well comprehend the subject. That is first aim of education. Education is to know. Then the second objective according to NEP is to do. Mere comprehension will not suffice. You must be in a position to know your conceptual categories. You must be in a position to bring it to the empirical situation. That means you must know how to translate your ideas into reality. So that is the second objective, is to do. Then the third objective of NEP is to be. That means you must become somebody. It's not necessarily that everyone will become Dr. N and Doctor, or everyone will become an IAS officer or an IPS officer. But each and every student has got some capacity. So every student must be given their skill according to their ability to become somebody. In fact, that's what Indian one, it reminds me of a sloka. Amantaram aksharam nasti, nasti maulam aushidam, ayuga purusha nasti, yojakastuta durlabam. It means what? It means that all, A, B, C, D, O, R, K, F, they have got their own importance. A, B, C, D, or anybody, O, R, K, F, all syllables have got their importance. Amantaram aksharam nasti. Nasti maulam aushadam. That means all trees have got some kind of medicinal values. Amantaram aksharam nasti. Nasti maulam aushadam. Ayuga purusha nasti. It suggests that every person is equipped with some skill. Ami kaku gadha boli etio samajat ei dibo noar. Ayuga purusha nasti. What is required? Yojakastuta durlabam. That means we need a teacher. We need a yojak who can bring forward those skills of a student to the forefront. And that is the responsibility of a teacher. The most important responsibility of a teacher is not research. The most important responsibility of a teacher is to teach. Teach in such a manner so that you try to understand the basic, basic skills. Here again, it reminds me of a movie. All our students are there. That the role being played by Amir Khan in Tare Zameen Par. So he was such a teacher who could understand why a student in the last bench was always in a pensive mood. He was not interacting with anybody. He was isolated. He was totally dejected. So a teacher called Amir Khan in that movie, he was in a position no teacher could identify his problems. But it was only Amir Khan who could identify the problem of that particular student. So I believe, along with research, along with his innovation, the most important responsibility of a teacher is to understand the unique features of each and every student. You must be in a position to understand their qualities, their deficiencies, and accordingly, you must devise a scheme so that each and every student is uplifted. So that is the role of responsibility of a teacher. So the first aim is to know, the second aim is to do, the third is to be someone. An important thing is that gone are those days whereby we take only marks as the only criteria for evaluating students. Gone are those days. In fact, recently I have gone to a program whereby some students were given felicitation. I was, as an এগৰাকী ছোৱালীক মই গামোচা পিন্ধালো, and I asked her, how much marks did you secure? She said she could secure 78% in physics in her degree. I asked her, where have you got admission? And she said she could not secure admission. So these are scenarios such that even by getting 78%, you are not in a position to secure a PG admission seat in our university. So therefore, gone are those days. In our days, if I remember, I can tell you that from Cotton College, only we could secure, 2 of us could secure first class. But today, 300, 400 students get first class. With the universities galore, everyone tries to give first class to its students. So therefore, the basic sanctity of securing first class is more or less insignificant today. And that is how it reminds me recently one advertisement by Google, that Google says, our Google Baba, all of us we are aware about Google Baba. Google says they no longer believe in marks. Google says they believe in your ability to do something. They do not look at your degree. Of course, they believe it's a plus 12 is good enough. For them, plus 12 is good enough. After that, they will test your ability to perform. They will not rely on your degree. So therefore, my appeal to the academic community is that we need to go beyond degrees. You need to go beyond your marks. I'm not saying that securing good marks is a bad thing. You should try to secure good marks. But nevertheless, now gone are those days that we still rely only on your degree. In fact, the government has got no jobs today. Our Honorable Chief Minister has promised to give about 1 lakh jobs. But this is the age of market economy. Government cannot give you jobs. That our Honorable Chief Minister is talking about 1 lakh job, and he will give 1 lakh job. There will be not an iota of doubt about it. But the fact is, state cannot provide employment. It is the market, it is the industry who shall have to provide our engagement some kind of productive employment. Therefore, our students must be innovative. Our students must go beyond our traditional, thought process. In fact, what happens today in Mumbai, that our Assamese guys are doing extremely well, particularly in Bollywood sector, in guitar, singing, dancing, everywhere we see a lot of even visual effect. Visual effect, Assamese boys and girls are doing extremely well in Mumbai. So those unconventional careers are becoming extremely important. In fact, you do not know when you will become a famous icon. Badam Badam Kesa Badam becomes a famous song, You don't know when it becomes a huge hit. So what I'm trying to say is, those conventional wisdom is redefined. So that is why it is said that we must know to learn, unlearn, and relearn. So the traditional thought process has been changed. But having said, it doesn't mean that that humanitarian values are having no significance. That brings me to the fourth aim of this education policy, that is to live together. The first is to know, second is to do, third is to be, then fourth is to live together. The most important aim of education is not only to create a bunch of employment or employment orientation jobs. The most important aim of education is to live together, is to inject a feeling of humanism. Northeast India today is one of the most heterogeneous region. I mean, ethnically, we have more than 270 ethnic groups. We have 185 linguistic groups. So we must know how to live with differences. We may have differences, we may have structural and cosmetic differences, but those differences notwithstanding, we must know how to live together. We must know how to negotiate our differences. In fact, that is why it is said that Northeast is the best example of a vibrant democracy. Motak Moran Alulalum Sutia, Missing Borahi Borukosari Butia, Mestra Basing O the Pola Abong, Ahum Kiotukus Koibot Pakial Kunwal Arugonia, Karbi Missimi Hari Arohoronia, Polita Kayastar Buhai Mohanto, Pomoa Samoa Sah Mono Ananto, Solua Nepalier Paharia Pai, so Hostijati Milonor. So this is a society of heterogeneity. This is a society of various castes, communities, linguistic groups. So the aim of education is not to create a bunch of impersonal human beings. Unfortunately, our education system has failed to create those kind of people who can withstand our challenges. In fact, that is why we teach our children only to be successful. But sometimes we must know how to handle our failure. It's important to teach our children how to handle failure. In fact, one of the recently MNCs, interviewed a bunch of students and they rejected those who were toppers. You know why? Because they could never confront any kind of failures. Life is a jigsaw puzzle. It's not a linear process. You are confronted with various hurdles. Imagine, Anand Dr. Dada, I just look at your life. You are a doctor. From doctor, you established Downtown Hospital. From Downtown Hospital, you have established this Downtown University. Was it a very soft journey, Dada? I don't think so. So life is a Herculean task. You will find smooth journey. You will see lot of hurdles in front of you. So therefore, it is our duty of the education system to not just produce a few guys who will always succeed. You also need to fail sometime and see the other side of humanity, the other side of society. Am I asking you to fail? No, I'm not asking you. What I'm telling you is that there are some other areas of life that also need to be taught to our students. That reminds me that one student has to be like a tree because what I would like to call each student as a Jivan Brick. What do I mean by Jivan Brick? With this, I'll conclude. A brick, a tree, it has got three important parts. One is the root, one is the trunk, the third is the crown. Now, what does the root do? If your root is solid, then you don't have to worry about anything. The root gives you the solid foundation. If your root is fragile, then there's every possibility that you will be uprooted. You will be thrown by winds or leaves. So therefore, we should try to give our students solid, foundation, solid roots, so that you are connected to your value system. You are connected to our civilizational legacies. You are connected to our spirituality. In our days, in our hot we still remember we're taught about Gunamala. Jaya Guru Hankara Harba Gunakara Jakiri Nahi Upam Tuhari Sarana Perini Kotakuti Parikakoru Pranam. In the evening, we are taught how to impart the great teachings of Hankardev and Madhavdev. It could be in various forms. So what I'm trying to say, we need to strengthen the root of our children. That is number one. If your roots is strong, then also you need to strengthen your trunk. It means body and mind. Today, the mind is the most complex element of human society. If the mindset is not taken care of, then you will not succeed in your life. So therefore, I urge to you to strengthen your trunk. What does trunk means? Trunk means body and mind. Adequate rest, adequate physiological exercises, adequate attention to your mind. And how do you take care of your mind? Well, it depends. That's why these days it is said that it is not just IQ alone. IQ, besi hole je manu bhal hobo, not necessarily. You need to strengthen your EQ and SQ. EQ means emotional quotient. SQ means social quotient. You must know how to live with an individual, with a society, with a community, with your family. So those EQ. And if you fail sometime, will you commit suicide? Look at the statistics today in Guwahati. Last year, 2,400 plus students committed suicide. I have failed. Bye-bye life. You take a picture, selfie leno beta, and you jump over the bridge and you die. So what I'm trying to say is that you need to strengthen your mindset. And if your trunk is solid, then you will contribute only to the society in the forms of tree, greenery, in the forms of fruits, in the form of, and that will be enjoyed by the society. So if your root and trunk is solid, then you will definitely contribute to the society in the form of fruits, in the form of flowers, in the form of greenery. Look at this greenery just next to you. Now, a stable tree supports a family for 1 year by providing oxygen. So therefore, I request you to build a tree, a kalpa vriksha, as if a Zimon vriksha, who will contribute to the society. At the same time, taking care of our contradiction. But my last point is that we can say a lot of things, but it depends how our lora chwali bilake kiman kosto kore, jogyo bhogyo bokon kora. We may fail, we may blame someone, but ultimately it's your hard work that matters. That's why I'll conclude by uttering a few lines from Ambika Giri Rai Chaudhary. Jag dekataji jago jag, jag dekataji jag, jag dekataji jago jag, sarga motta kapai jag, binaki jatir dukh daritra, renita golita gulami dag, renita golita gulami dag, jag, jag, jag. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable words. It was much encouraging and inspiring to us. Now I would request our Honorable Chancellor, sir, to kindly address the gathering with his valuable words. Sir, please.
I'm very happy today to see in our meet Professor Unigopal. I was very nostalgic while mentioning about the peace scholar. I have got 3 Rotarians I can see, one Mr. Datta, Homesar, and then Sunandan, new Rotary. The Rotary is a big organization, everybody knows. And Rotary Foundation is the second largest foundation in the world after Oxford. Rotary at one point thought that peace and conflict resolution, some scholarships will be given all over the world in 6 universities, and Nunigopal Mohanto was on him, and he had very successfully completed that course, and he has come and he has done quite a lot in conflict resolution as I get in the newspapers and other things. I think you have started a course in the university. I shall not say much, but I shall tell you one my own life experience about conflict resolution. Here, when you took over the land, many people do not know what is the role of a chancellor. Chancellor's role is to get land, get bank loan, develop the site, develop building, hand over to BC and faculty members. They should run, and the students are coming. So here, when we had the land, it was very difficult. I must admit that during HPL Professor Monto, I approached him, and he gave some government land there, and some other BRD land was there we acquired. And when it came to occupy, I found that lots of people there. Government land means their land. So there's a church. There was about 20-30 families. And then one father came to me immediately. The doctor, there are very poor people who are these settlers. I know they are poor, so you have to give them 2.5 percent of land plus 25,000 money. So where from my salary? You have to give, they are very poor. I told them that I have seen church in UK, because church, we stayed in a place where the Delhi, next to our house was a church. And we used to visit church. And there on Thursday, Sunday, there was a donation box. Everybody come and donate some money. One pound is 80 rupees or something like that. And that money is brought to developing countries and spent in education and religious. So, but what we thought that he had not come here, but he had come to our hospital number of times. He died about 4 or 5 years back. So I once called him to the hospital. Gogol remembers it. And he was 70 plus. We honored him. I gave him 10,000 rupees for my person. And I honored him publicly in the meeting. So after that, we are thinking university. At that time, university was not coming up so well. We are giving one best teacher award to high school teachers. And we have already given 1 lakh of rupees we give. But this time, government is giving a lot of award. And this time one Mrs. Assam, I think she got in Delhi by Delhi. She got 50,000 rupees and some felicitation. So I said, like to request Manta.